Hey y'all, welcome back to BrowTab Bschool. I'm Alex. I am the girl behind BrowTab, the brand, the products, the online education, and this YouTube channel. BrowTab specializes in all-in-one nano microblades. These all-in-one microblading tools are our bread and butter because they cut through skin like butter. Trust me, they're sharp AF. Today I am so excited. We are kicking off YouTube minis. So these videos are going to be shorter versions than our regular length videos where I share quick tips with you that you guys can take and apply right away. In today's mini, this first mini, we are going to do a prequel to our last full-length video in regards to brow mapping using the string mapping method. I'm going to share some pre-steps that you should be doing before you actually start the mapping method. In the last video, we talked about everything you do once you start mapping, but there's a few things that you guys are going to do before you get started. So let's get down to it. Pre-step number one is make sure you clean the brow area. You want the area to be really clean. You don't want any oils, you don't want any makeup, you don't want anything in that area. But the next important part of making sure the area is clean is also making sure that the area is dry after you clean it. So I always use baby wipes or wet wipes to wipe off the brow area, make sure it's clean. But after, I always wipe it with a dry cotton round as well, because the importance of it being dry is that once you get mapping and you're using your pre-inked mapping string and your brow pencil, you want it to be able to stick to the skin. And if the skin is still wet with cleanser, it's not going to stick and you're not going to get your great outlines that we want you to. Pre-step number two is a step you should always be doing, but make sure you put your gloves on. So put on your black tattoo gloves. It's really important. The mapping string has pigment ink on it. So once you wrap it around your fingers, it's going to get all over your fingers. Put on your black tattoo gloves so that you have no mess. And then if they are kind of messy after, you can take them off and change them, which you probably should before you start your service anyways. And the last pre-step before you actually get started to mapping out your client's skin is getting your string out. So you're going to take out enough string and you're going to wrap it around both your index fingers, kind of like dental floss. And then you're going to want to make sure you're working with about a chest length of string so that you have enough room to actually map out your client's brows. So that's it. Those are your pre-steps. You are now ready to have your client lie down and get to mapping. One little tip that I'm going to reinforce is make sure that at one point during your mapping service, you do have your client sit back up so that you can check that symmetry with their face upright. In the other video, which if you haven't watched yet, go watch it now. It's the last video I posted. You want them to sit up because you want to check their symmetry with their face upright. So you're checking the horizontal symmetry of the fronts of the brows, the lowest point, the highest point, their arches, the lowest point, highest point, and the ends of their tails. So you're checking that symmetry. So make sure that you always have them sit up just at least once during that mapping procedure so you can check this. If you liked my tips today and you like this mini format, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more minis like this and more full-length videos where we talk about microblading tips, mapping tips, microblading business education, subscribe now.